Hey, I'm Joe from Ness Customs Wood Work on Facebook. Those of you who don't know me from Ness Customs Wood Work on Facebook should go to Ness Customs Wood Work on Facebook and check it out and like it and share it with your friends because that's my page. This is number one of what I hope to be many videos based on shop solutions. My goal is to help you find out how to get the most out of the workspace that you have available to you. So all of us would love to have a 2,000 square foot workshop, but it's probably not going to happen. So if you have a 6x8 little garden shed or a 40 by 50 Taj Mahal garage in your backyard, I want to show you what I've learned over time to get the most use out of all that space. Now, first things first, you have to start off actually having a workshop. All you need is a dedicated space. It can be a garden shed, an outbuilding, a basement, a garage, whatever. Regardless, you want to have it sealed up kind of tight. One, so your cold stays out when you want it out, your heat stays in, or your heat stays out when you want it out. Another important aspect of it is so critters don't come in, because I had a shop out in the woods in St. Augustine one time. It's really distracting when a cat lands on your back when you're passing something over the table sign. Not everybody likes you. Alright. What we're going to do is a quick shop tour so that you can see what I'm talking about. This garage is only barely 20 by 20 and I have to share that space with an air conditioning and a water heater, which is really annoying at first, but once I got around it, it worked out pretty well. I need to start off by saying also that no, I did not rob a bank. You'll see a lot of Powermatic equipment. I was fortunate enough to win the Gold Rush sweepstakes through Woodcraft. So I have to give them a big shout out because without that, I wouldn't have half the stuff. But I did have a table saw. I had a 14-inch bandsaw. It's not like I just got all this stuff and started woodworking. Just to put that out there. Make that clear for people that don't know me from my page on Ness Customs Wood Work on Facebook. Again, it's only 20 by 20, but you'll see everything is on casters. Mobility is a huge factor in a small shop. Because I also do automotive work, and when I need to bring my truck in here, obviously I can't do that with a bunch of tools all over the place. So I can just wheel everything out of the way. I still have plenty of room to work. You'll notice also this huge gray thing. That's a floor. A lot of small shops do not have that much open floor space when you have a good variety of tools. Again, that's where casters come in. One thing about making the best use of your space is to train yourself to think like, where can I put this? When you bring home like a new box of screws or something like that, it's easier to put it away than to throw it on your workbench and think you're going to get to it later, because I don't think anybody does that. It ends up accumulating until you can't find anything. You go and buy another box of screws, come back, clean up so that you can work, and oh, I already have those. Spent $7 or $8. Didn't need to do that. So you have places like this. There could easily be a cabinet underneath that to house the drill bit and stuff like that. That's actually something I plan on doing. You have places like this. This can have a very large cabinet under it to store all my router accessories, the saw blades, anything that has to go with the table saw. Another big factor, incorporating tools. If you have a table extension, get a router plate or just saw a hole in the table and mount your router under it, because you really don't need the plate. It just makes it a little bit more convenient. But there, instead of having a separate router table, I'm using space that's already taken up with something. Those examples I just gave you were very quick examples of the places I know that I want to do stuff. So in the upcoming videos, there's going to be a lot more examples like that. In the meantime, quickly, I want to go over layout. Layout is hugely important. Again, I have wide open floor space. over here, I have everything against the wall. Like I said earlier, I do automotive work. I have my toolbox there. The dust collector is still in here, which that's going outside. That's why it's not piped up. Come here and check this out. The table saw is in a good location to where I can outfeed out into the driveway. Here, this thing would take up a ton of floor space, but since I don't use it all the time, it can stay there and no one even knows it's there. Unless you're outside from the street, you can see it plain as day. And I actually don't like that. I'm afraid of being robbed one day. Projects like this make a huge difference with storage and organization. But again, we're going to do these videos hopefully once every week, and I'm going to introduce you to these kind of projects, things like the mobile bases, layout ideas, different tips, techniques. It's an ongoing battle, I guess you could say, to make the garage or your workshop everything that it can be. It took me years. I've been in 4 different shops. I've been in this one for about a year. It's nowhere near done. But it takes time. You gotta get used to it, and I hope that I can share a lot of my ideas and help you all out. So hopefully next week I'll see you here again and we'll go over some fun stuff.